Hey guys, Chase here, Southern Sky Farm. Today I'm going a little bit different of a video. You can see here back behind me or beside me, I have 3 different reels that I've been testing out for. The newest one I got has at least been probably almost a year, and then the other ones are a couple years now. So I'm going to go through each reel, tell the disadvantages that I don't like and the advantages that I do like, and then we'll kind of do a which one I would prefer, and then I will rank them from basically a 1 to 3 of which ones I like the most. So from on your side, from right to left or left to right, the first one here is the TARAGATE reel with Polybraid from POWERFLEX fencing. So all of the actual Polybraid on here is either the 9-strand stainless steel or the mixed metal. I've got both. I've used both. I really don't see a difference in either one of them, to be honest. And both of them are super tough. So we're not going to talk about the Polybraid on there, just the reels. So the first one here is the TARAGATE reel. The second one here is the O'Brien reel, and then the last one here, I got it from POWERFLEX, and they call it the twin hook. You can buy these with the Polybraid already attached and already spooled up on it, or you can just buy the reels, and I've done it both ways. With that being said, in reference to buying the reels with the Polybraid, usually POWERFLEX fencing is the best place to buy it. I'm not sponsored by them. That just is a place that I've ordered a lot of stuff through. So those are the 3 reels that I have here. The first one we're going to talk about is the TARAGATE reel. I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera, and then yes, the plastic part down here is broken. But okay, so for this reel, TARAGATE reel, the hook, you can see the hook on here is quite a bit different, and it actually kind of goes in here to a steeper angle, and it will sit on a wire a lot better. The reel on this side is made of plastic. It stays in the reel perfectly fine, and I don't have any problems with actually reeling it up. The another really big feature that is different on some of them is the latch. Let me see if I can move it out the way here. Is the latch right here that allows you to either spool it out and free spool it, or to be able to lock in and kind of make a clicking motion. So I'm free spooling it right here, and you can see that this latch is up. It's just by pressure of when you push it all the way up, it catches and holds itself, and then I can free spool the wire. Now when I want to reel the wire in, I can reel it in just like this, and this will stay up, or I can click it down and then I can reel. And then it will, you can see that it's got little teeth on there, and it will kind of flop down when I reel it there. So then if you went to pull it, the wire wouldn't come anymore. That's kind of a standard feature on all the reels back here behind me, but the only difference is just the way that they actually have the latch. It's just by pressure of pushing it up, and then you can reel or unspool there, and then you can press it down to start reeling and kind of lock the wire from being able to free spool. The handle back here, this is a polymer handle. The handle is great. It fits your hand really well. You can actually grab it. And the white part and red parts are made of plastic. And the actual metal part up here is aluminum. So that is a super nice feature that I like about this reel right here. Is this aluminum? This is aluminum. So it makes the reel lighter, because on this one right here, I think it's 1,200 feet of Polybraid that I have on this reel right here. Another aspect that I like about this reel is, so if I have this wire pulled out and it's going to a fence right here, then when I get to a piece of high tensile fencing to be able to energize the Polybraid, then all I have to do is wrap it around this a few times like that, hook it up onto the high tensile fencing, and then it will charge the Polybraid through this hook that is sitting on the high tensile fence, it'll charge that, go into the Polybraid, and then put heat, electricity on the Polybraid. So I really like that this hook for that, and I like that this hook is actually a lot deeper, so it's kind of harder to actually get off. So that's the main features here on the TARAGATE reel. I have had this reel for a couple years now. They're tough, and I really do like this reel. So now we are going to move to the O'Brien reel. So this reel right here is the newest reel that I've got. I like the O'Brien step in, so I ended up buying an O'Brien reel. Still has the Polybraid from POWERFLEX on there, and this one does have some different features. So you can see the hook right here is actually more of like a circular hook instead of more of like a V-shape like the TARAGATE one. You can see here on the back side, this also has a polymer handle similar to the TARAGATE, and then you can actually see here on the bottom where you can actually put your fingers into it and have a little bit more traction. The locking mechanism for the O'Brien, let me see if I can swivel it out so you can see it, is similar. It still has this latch right here, but it has an extra piece right here that's red that when you push it up, it's actually going to hold it from being able to come down. So it kind of locks it in there so it can't flap. I really like this feature because when you're actually free spooling it, you don't have to worry about it coming undone and then catching the reel and kind of starting to break wire in half. So if you push it up there high enough, it'll hold this from actually coming down. And then if you want to have it come down, you just got to push it out a little bit and pull that down, and then it will lock back in place just like that, like the rest of the latches. Here on the bottom side, all these are the same. They're flat across here. It makes it good, easy to actually put the wire across the reel when you're reeling it up. So the main features here is the actual, this is plastic, just like the TARAGATE. The red's also plastic, but the metal up here, for some reason, I feel like it is heavier. I'm not sure why. I'm thinking that this actually might be a metal instead of an aluminum. It's kind of hard to tell based off of looking at it, but this reel is definitely really heavy compared to the TARAGATE one. But this is the O'Brien. It is a tough reel. Of course, I've dropped it a few times and stuff and haven't had any problem with the plastic breaking. So that is the features here on the O'Brien reel. Lastly, is the twin hook. Let me back up one more thing about this one that I forgot to mention. So just like the TARAGATE reel, if you wanted to charge your Polybraid with this up here is obviously metal, so you just wrap it around there a few times, hang it onto your high tensile fencing, and then it will charge your Polybraid through this metal here as long as you have it on there, and then the high tensile fence goes into this hook like this. It powers up this metal that obviously then powers up the Polybraid that is tied off to the little hook right there. So that works great for charging this up with the high tensile fencing. So the last reel, I'm actually using it here on the fence behind me. That's why I have a tag in. But this reel is by far the lightest one of all three of them. I'm thinking that this metal part is definitely aluminum. It is a super light reel. Now, of course, I don't have any wire on there now because it's on a fence, but it is a super light reel compared to the first one I showed, the TARAGATE one, and then the second one being the O'Brien. So some big different features on this is the handle back here is all plastic. This entire handle is plastic, so you don't have to worry about grabbing this and then being energized through the metal like the ones behind me. You can see the hooks. I'll get a little bit closer. You can see that there are 2 hooks on here, and the hooks are plastic. So there's no having your tag in, wrapping it around the hook, and then thinking that you're going to have an energized Polybraid if you hang this on to a high tensile fencing, because the plastic is being the insulator. Lastly, on this side here, the latch is very similar to the O'Brien latch, that it actually has this tag in up here just like the O'Brien does. This one here is a bit more stiffer than the O'Brien, but if you want to free spool it, then you just take it, push it up, and then keep going up to where it will not come down anymore, and it's actually in that little clip. And then if you want to actually get it down, and that was my microphone. I fell in some water, but hopefully it's working. Alright, so lastly, and if you wanted to get it down, then you just push that back a little bit. You can see the lever came down, and then just push it down, and then you can no longer free spool the wire because it's holding the plastic piece, the teeth right here. Those teeth, they're basically all the same, maybe a little bit different feature than that on the other different ones, but this one right here is definitely made of aluminum, and it is by far the lightest reel that I have. But a drawback is you can't energize it based off of the hooks. This is the, it's on POWERFLEX Fencing's website, and they call it the twin hook one. So that is the 3 different reels that I have, being the TARAGATE, the O'Brien, and then the twin hook reel. So which one would I pick to use every single day, and which one that I have really liked is going to be the TARAGATE, and I will explain why. So the TARAGATE, I can energize the Polybraid by using this hook, wrapping some Polybraid around it, putting it onto a high tensile fence, and now I have turned the Polybraid on through the high tensile fence and have electricity on that. Now this reel right here is not the lightest reel, but the metal up here for some reason is a lot lighter than the O'Brien, and you can sit there and basically reel this entire 1200 foot spool in, and you'll be tired at the end, but it's really not that bad to hold up and then use. The feature I don't like on this is the hook over here, because basically you just push it up, and I've had it where I've been unspooling it to try to put a fence up, and it has just flopped down and then caught it. So that feature I don't like, but you just got to be careful with it, and it'll be fine. That's the TARAGATE reel. This is the one that I would buy. This is the one that I would use every single day. I've had no problems with it. I love this reel. It's light. You can hook this onto a high tensile fence perfectly. It won't fall off, and I have no problems with this reel. Second one, I would go with the twin hooked reel. This is the lightest reel. You can really reel this reel up fast. The reeling, they're all the same gear ratio that I have, but it reels up perfectly. I just don't like that I can't charge the Polybraid through the hook on the high tensile fence. So what I will usually do is I will wrap this around the high tensile fence and then just hang this up on there. Now, this is a lot more secure with the 2 hooks. It's super light, and it does a great job. These are the first ones I ever bought, and the reason I ended up buying different ones is just because I couldn't energize the Polybraid through the hooks. And lastly, ones that I will not be buying anymore is the O'Brien reel. The O'Brien reel is just so heavy. Like it's just super heavy, and you get tired reeling this one very quickly. The hook is more of a U-shaped hook. This really hasn't bothered me, but this reel is just so heavy that it is difficult to continue to just pick up 4, 5, 6 strands and then go back and then rewind them out just because it is so heavy. Usually in the summertime, I'll take the reels, I'll hook them onto my belt back here, and then it'll just free spool as I walk. This one, when I hook it to my belt, it just sags my belt down. And honestly, guys, this thing, it's just way too heavy. I'm thinking it's off the metal they use, but I'm not sure why it's so much heavier um, than the TARAGATE, because basically they are side by side here, um, and the O'Brien is just so much heavier. So with that being said, if you're looking for Polybraid reels to get into doing some more temporary fencing and being able to move your cows or sheep or whatever you're using faster, these are basically your 3 best reels that you'll be able to get: the TARAGATE, the O'Brien, 2 big names in temporary fencing, and then the twin hook that's from POWERFLEX. Me personally, I would use all of the same POWERFLEX Polybraid, either the 9 strands of stainless steel or the mixed metal. Both have worked great for me. I really don't have a preference on that. But if you're going to go out to buy one reel, use high tensile fencing as a perimeter fence, I would go with the TARAGATE reel. So this is just a quick video of me hitting the top 3 reels that I have. These are the only brands that I have. I'll probably continue to buy some more of the TARAGATE ones. They all have some great features. They all work great. I just like this one just because of some of the different features and it being lighter than the O'Brien. So that's a quick video on the reels that we use here at Southern Sky Farm, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like our channel, subscribe to our channel. If you like this review, let me know, and I'll do a little bit more review videos on some of the stuff that I've been using for a while now, and be able to let y'all see which one that y'all would like to use. So you can buy one reel or one post or whatever one time, and then have all of the nice quality products going through this review, so you don't have to buy 3 different brands. But that's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like our channel, subscribe to our channel, comment below, shoot us an email in the description below, and then I will have the POWERFLEX website in the description below if you want to go look at some of the products that I have here behind me. Thanks for watching, guys, and you'll have a great day.